percent increase of you implementing it. And I want to make sure y'all implement. I don't want you just to take in information and not do anything with it. So I definitely want you to get your pen and paper ready so we can get started. All right. So the first thing that we talked about last week was, or a couple of weeks ago, is that you want to identify your niche and your audience. Now, this is not anything new. You know that. You know you need to know who you are talking to, because everyone is not going to be your target market. Everyone is not going to want what you want. And that, everyone is not going to want what you have. And that's okay, because there are a lot of things out there in the world that we don't want and other people do want. Y'all get it? But you have to be clear on who you are talking to. So one of the things that I like to share with people is, what I like to share with my clients is that you want to do the research. Hello, good morning, Arnetta. You want to do the research. And one of the strategies that I share with my clients is that you want to do research on Amazon. Amazon is a wealth of information to let you know what people already want. So if there's a book on the niche that you talk about, right? Or the niche that you share information on, or the niche that you coach on. If there's a book out there, you want to go and find that book. Find several. I'd like to tell my clients to get about 2 or 3 different books. And you want to go first, look at the table of contents. Look at what they are teaching in that book, sharing in that book. And then the next thing, you want to go to those comments. You want to go to those reviews, and you want to look at the 5-star reviews. You want to look at the 3-star reviews, and you want to look at the 1-star reviews, because those reviews are going to let you know the gap that you can offer your clients in your course. So if there's a good, like, 5-star rating, you want to read those ratings to let you know what it is that they really enjoy about the book. And they're going to say either it's the stories, or it's straightforward, or it's easy to follow. You want to make sure your course has that as well. And then you want to look at those low star ones, those 3 and 1 stars, and you want to look at what is it that they're saying there. You know, is it honestly nothing but stories, or too many stories, or no practical exercises or ways to implement it, right? If they are saying that, then you want to make sure your course has those things. But the first thing, to identify and be clear about your niche, you want to do the research. And the easiest way is to go to Amazon, look at the table of contents, look at the books that are doing well. Look at the books that have a lot of reviews, right? Sometimes in our niche, we don't have a lot of books, like they're not popular like a fiction book. So the reviews you might not have 1,000 reviews. But if the book has about 100 reviews or more, then definitely look at those, look at the reviews, look at what people are saying, and then you fill in the gap. You want to keep or add things in your course that they say that they like, and then you want to definitely add what they say that was missing. So you want to fill that gap, okay? This is really, really important to do that when you first get started, is to do the research, and then you are clear on your niche, because people who tend to read these type of books are your ideal clients, right? And then once you have a list of books, because, of course, Amazon is going to recommend more books and more books, you now have what I like to call research that you can use later on when you start running ads, okay? But that's just a side note. We'll talk about that later inside of the Coach Simplified Academy. Okay, so the first thing is that you want to identify your niche, know who you're talking about, know what your clients want and need, and you must do the research first. Okay, so I hope that part is making sense. Do the research. Number 2, you want to outline your content. A lot of times we want to dive right into creating this course without really outlining what we want the course to look like, be like, encompass, right? And I understand that. I'm one of those people who like to jump right into it as well. But you sort of want to, paint the picture for yourself of what you want your course to look like. So I like to lay this out in a module framework, right? Outline it in a framework that was in a module, right? So module 1, what would that be? Like, what would you want to teach in the beginning? And I like to tell my clients or my club members that the first module is always the introduction. This is where you set the stage for your clients or your students to know what to expect in this course. And then module 2 would be more or less you talking about the typical challenges that people are having, right? You're going to share your struggles and you're going to tell them what your solution was and how you came up with the solution. You see what I'm saying? And then module 3 will be the results. Right, this is where you say, here's what I did, this is the results I got, and here's the old way we've done things, and this is the new way that I'm going to teach you. And then module 4 is the actual teaching method. Okay, sometimes we just think that everything has to be teaching. But basically, guys, sometimes we just need to set the frame. We need to set the stage for people to let them know what is possible for them. And that is what makes a course go from a good course to a dynamic course, is when you incorporate all of these things. So you want to outline your course to get people excited, to get people wanting to take your course, share your course, complete the course, and actually get results from the course. And a lot of it has to stem from building the foundation so that they know that it's possible for themselves. And again, this is a 5-module example. This would be something that I will outline my course with. I will start with the welcome. I will start with the introduction, talking about the struggles, and then I will share some of my results. And then I will go into the teaching method, which is the framework of how I was able to get the results that I wanted, or the results that I got, and then actually go into the next steps. And a lot of times those next steps can be signing up for a laser coaching session, signing up for another course, or joining you at a live event or a retreat. That could be the next step, or it could be also resources as well. Hello, Cheryl. How you doing today? All right. So that is outlining the course. Again, we want to do this first. Okay, once we find out who our niche is, what their problems are, we definitely want to go into outlining the course. Don't jump in it like I did. Don't jump in it going into the modules and platforms and creating slides without just sitting down with some pen and paper, and actually outlining what that course is going to look like. Now, I know a lot of times it is very helpful when you have a coach like myself who provides a lot of this content for you. And basically all you have to do is move it around, shuffle it around, add your little, expertise to it, and then you're ready to go. But a lot of people are starting from scratch. And so I want to give them the big picture of everything if you're starting from scratch. But, if you're with me, your girl gives you a lot of this content already. Okay. So let's go into number 3. Number 3 is to select the platform that you are now going to deliver this course. Now, this is really important because this also deals with where you are in your coaching business. So I like to tell people, start with a budget-friendly platform. And this is the platform that I like to recommend is PayHip. Now, PayHip, it's been around a little while, right? But I think a lot of people have slept on what PayHip can do for them. PayHip is a platform that you can provide downloadable digital products, okay? And I think that's perfect. But some people don't know that you can also have a full-fledged course on this platform as well, right? So you can have modules, you can have quizzes, you can have them watch one module at a time, like drip the content. And as I found out a couple of days ago, PayHip also has a marketplace. And you're probably saying, Alease, what's a marketplace? Well, basically, it's like Etsy, that now they will start to promote your course on their platform, just like Etsy. So I really think if you are looking for a budget-friendly platform that will work with you, that will grow with you, right, until you're ready to get to the next level, PayHip is that. PayHip is also going to take a little bit percentage of what you make, but I feel like, hey, if you haven't been making any money at all, and they decide to, just take a little bit of that so that you can use their platform for free, I think that's a good trade. Okay, so budget-friendly platform that I would recommend would be PayHip. It gives you everything that you need, like every other platform, but it also grows with you. And now that they have a marketplace, right, that they will start selling your courses or digital products on their marketplace, just like Etsy, okay? Like, we need to find another platform other than Etsy, because Etsy is getting saturated. Then you definitely want to go to PayHip to do that, right? I was really excited to see that. And to know that now my products are going to be part of their platform that they can market for me as well. So definitely join PayHip. I do provide all the resources that I mentioned in this training in the description below after this live. So if you are looking for any additional discount codes, all of those are going to be in the description part of this live video. Okay. All right. So am I making sense here? How we doing? How are we doing? Are we excited about creating our course? Let me know. I was really excited for myself to create my first course because it allowed me to scale my business. It also allowed me to work one-to-many instead of one-on-one. And y'all know I talk about this a lot. One-on-one can be really draining. And one-on-ones do not always allow you to grow because you're working on based on time, right? And if you only have 4 hours in a week, then that's only 4 opportunities for you to make money. With a course, you can make money while you sleep. You can, people can find you. Now that PayHip has a marketplace, they can find you while you sleep and buy when you wake up. Okay. I like that. And I hope all of you like that as well. All right. So that lets me know that you all understand the power of a course. Okay. So let me keep going. All right. So the next thing is that you want to now develop the content. You have found your niche. You have outlined it so you know what it looks like on paper. You now have decided the platform. And you might think, well, that's, talking about the content is out of order when I've chosen the platform. Knowing the platform, I really believe relieves some of the stress about what are you going to do once you've created this content, right? So you've outlined it, you know the platform. Now it's time to put all the aesthetic and prettiness, right? This is where we try to jump and get to this first. That was me. I wanted to create the pretty slides first. So when you come to creating your slides, I would say use what is easy, and Canva makes everything easy for you. They have all the templates that you need. So when you're creating your PowerPoint slides, if you decide to use PowerPoint slides type or slides, then definitely go into Canva and use the templates. Just go in and type presentation slides, okay? And all of these templates are going to pop up. Now, I also like to include a workbook, because everyone has different learning styles and you want people to implement what you are teaching. So right now, you probably say, well, Alease, you didn't give us a worksheet. You didn't give us, because this is a different type of training. This is a free training. You guys can pull out paper and pen and take some notes. But when someone is paying for a course, they do want some tangible things that they can take away. And because a lot of our courses are all digital, you're thinking, what could be tangible? And that could be a workbook that they can download. A lot of us still work, some people work from their tablet, so they can download it from their tablet and they can follow along with you as you're teaching. Workbooks and worksheets are also powerful for implementation, because now that they've watched your video, they can look at this worksheet and you've got steps for them to take to implement what they've learned. Also, some people like to hold on to things and then they can reference it later. That is me. That's your girl, right? I will watch a video. I will take notes on the worksheets, and then I will go to like a coffee house or a bookstore and I will review my notes to see that I have a good understanding of it and make sure to figure out ways to implement it in other ways in my business. So the workbook is a really powerful thing that I say is a must for every course, a workbook or worksheets. You want people to be able to follow along with what they're learning so that they can implement it. One of the things that my students love the most, even if I forgot it, they would say, Miss M, where is our handout? We don't have a handout. And even if the handout was just an outline of what we were going to cover for the day, they always ask me for, where's our handout? I want my handout. And so sometimes if I forgot, I would have to totally stop class, type up a handout for them and print it out so they all can follow along with where I'm, what I'm teaching. And I think a lot of it that is people like to know where they're going. And worksheets and workbooks teach people or let people know where they are going in your lesson. So definitely include that. Use Canva to create those worksheets, or go and find someone who's already created them, like go to Etsy and download the templates and then tweak it, right? You guys do not, let me just say this. Do not do all this from scratch, because that is just wasting time. I know sometimes you might think, but I don't like it, or, oh, I can just do it myself. It's cheaper. Yeah, sometimes cheaper is not the best. Sometimes cheap means takes more time, and it's just going to take you longer to get your course out there. My goal is to help you guys create what you need, get it out there fast so that you can start generating money faster. Okay, I think that's fair to say. Use templates when you can use a template. Get the help that you need. There's nothing wrong with using templates and tweaking them to make them your own. Okay, I know y'all all agree with that. Okay. The next thing is probably one of the things that people struggle with the most, and I get the most questions about, which makes sense because this is my expertise, is marketing. You can create an awesome course and not get it out there in front of people. Y'all remember that movie? I think it was Kevin Costner was in the movie. And it was like Field of Dreams. And basically he was like, if I build it, they will come. Well, that is not the case when it comes to an online course. You can build it, you can put it in your platform, but if you don't tell anybody about it, they're not going to come. Not at all. Hello, Deborah. Good morning. It has been a very long time. Glad to see you here with us today. Okay. So again, before I go over the marketing part, if you guys have not already, go ahead and hit the share button. Sharing is caring. Let other people know that they can turn their expertise into a course. Let them know that there's an opportunity for them to do this, and let them know that your girl is spilling all the tea for them as well. Okay, so go ahead and share. All right, so let's go into this marketing your course. And I feel like one of the things that people struggle with the most, don't really understand about marketing strategy, is that you need to have a pre-launch, a launch, and a post-launch strategy. Hello, Gabby from Israel. Hello. Awesome. You have to have a strategy for all levels. So the pre-launch schedule strategy, let me give y'all a full screen on that. Okay. The pre-launch is, what do you do before you actually open up your course for people to sign up for? And so the pre-launch strategy will be share little sneak peeks of things. Think about it like a movie trailer. A movie doesn't just come out. They give us little glimpses of the movie every day to let us know that it's coming. Like, there are several movies out there that me and my husband are really excited about to go see. Why? Because there are trailers getting us excited about it. So that's what the pre-launch schedule is. You want to share like sneak peek videos. You want to offer little freebies, like little snippets from your actual training. You want to do social media posts. You want to do an email series to get people to understand the importance of whatever the subject matter your course is going to tackle. You want to write articles as well. Am I going okay? I hope I'm going okay. I hope you guys can hear me okay. You want to share articles as well. So you want to do the pre-launch schedule, a strategy. I don't know why I keep saying schedule. Strategy to get people excited. And then you want to go into the launch. The launch is where you open up the doors and people can now buy or get access to your course. And you want to include and have testimonies. Even if you don't have testimonies, then you can talk about yourself and how you've gotten results. You want to do announcements, like you can do a countdown to announce that now it's open. You want to include bonuses, like if people sign up this week, you're going to get an additional bonus, right? One of my clients, Stephanie, is really awesome with offering bonuses, right, to get people excited about what she's offering. You also want to do launch emails. I think a lot of times we just forget to tell our email list about what we are offering. Like, we're always trying to get new people instead of reaching out to people who already say yes, they like us, they want more from us, and that would be people on our email list. And then you want to share videos, and these videos can be clips of like showing what's inside of the class, right? It can be videos of you talking about it. It could be doing lives, doing little snippets of trainings and saying, hey, if you want the full course, then you definitely want to click this link to get access. You see what I'm saying? That is the launch. So it's like a launch party. It's like a grand opening. Okay, so that's the second strategy. And then the last strategy that I know for a fact that we do not do is the post-launch, because I was one of those people as well. Because you've done the pre-launch, you've done the launch, you're like, woo, I'm tired. I got to do a post-launch? Yes. Post-launch is for those who are already in the course, who have said yes. So you want to have onboarding videos so that they feel comfortable already in your course. Like basically showing them around, doing a welcome message, right? You want to do a progress check-in and say, hey, how things are going. You should be here right now, or you should at least watch this video and this video. If not, here's the link. You want to also provide additional resources. Even though you think you have covered so much in a course, sometimes you think about like, oh, they might need this resource as well. So that will be your opportunity to add that. And then you want to always talk about success stories, where people are. And those successes do not have to be gigantic successes. They do not have to be money related successes as well. These successes could be like, oh my gosh, she created her outline. My client created the outline for a course. She has been sitting on her idea for a course for years, and today she's outlined it. And then maybe 2 weeks from now, I said, oh my gosh, my client has outlined her course. Y'all, now she's recorded all of her videos. You see what I'm saying? So all of those are success stories. People need to know that there's a progress or a process to what you do. And if you can share that, even small wins are closer to the results, to the finish line. Because guys, real talk, I'm just going to be real with y'all. There are a lot of people who talk a good game. They talk, and say this is what they want to do. They even tell you and give you advice of what you should do, and they haven't even done what they're telling you to do. There's a lot of talkers out there. So if you guys ever meet me, I'm not much of a talker, right? I'm about action. Like, come to me with an idea that you already have, and let's work out the strategy. And then once you worked out bits and pieces of that strategy, you come to me and say, hey, this is how I've implemented this strategy. And then we come up with the next step. I am an action girl, right? I think you call me the fixer. Okay, you come with me with a problem. I am going to try to fix it to the best of my ability, but it does require you to put in the work. And so that's the kind of coach I am. And that's why I provide these strategies that you can implement and know from. People are not sharing this post-launch or pre-launch, launch, and post-launch strategy with you. What you see most of the time is the launch. That's all you see, but you don't see the behind the scenes. What did they do before? What are they doing after to maintain this growth, to maintain the income that they're doing? And this is part of it, okay? And we definitely go in so much more detail in my Coach Simplify Academy, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit in a few minutes. But the marketing strategy is so important. You can have such an awesome course, but if no one knows that your course exists, then you won't get the income and sales, and you're going to be struggling. Okay. Again, real talk. This is real. I'm not going to say that when we see people post on social media that they had $10,000 days, I'm not going to say that that's not true, because I'm pretty sure it is true for most people. But I want you to understand that they did not start there. And I know for me, when I first launched my course, I was really upset with myself because I only got like 5 people to sign up for it. And I was like, oh my gosh, I did all of this work and I only got 5 people to sign up for it. And I had to have a come to Jesus talk with myself to say, but that's 5 more people than you had before. And I had to sit down with myself and say, what lessons did you learn from this? Like, what can you tweak to make better? What can you keep so that you repeat? Okay. And once I started to look at it that way, like, girl, this is 5 more than you had before. That is great, because some people are getting 0. Some people haven't even created the course, and you got yours up and ready. Now, all you have to do is repeat it. All you got to do is tweak what didn't work or that you didn't feel comfortable with. That's tweak it and repeat it. That's where we miss out. We do not repeat what we do. We feel like, oh my gosh, I only got 5 people, and we quit and we want to go to something else, thinking that that's going to give us bigger results. You do know momentum, right? That is a scientific fact. I do not know the equation. I don't know if that's MC square. I don't know if that's about momentum. I don't know, but y'all do know about momentum, right? When you get started and you keep going, things will increase and speed up. So I definitely want you to look at this. The key thing when you create a course is to create it, get it up on the platform, and get it ready to sell. That is your first 3 steps. Once you get that ready to go, then you are ready to market it. Trying to do all of these things at the same time can be overwhelming. Your first goal is the first 3 steps. To create the course, outline the course, do the research for the course, upload it to a platform, and get it ready to sell. That's it. That's it. Easy breezy for some of us, okay? So I don't want you to overcomplicate this, but I do want to share some extra steps with you. Some extra tips for success. I definitely want to share that with you. And I want you to know that these extra steps or extra tips is 1, to start simple and be focused on one course. Start simple and stay focused. And I know as creators, we get overwhelmed. We want to do a little bit of this, and we see other people doing stuff. We want to create a digital magazine. We want to create an ebook. We want to create an audio course. We want to create a 6-week module course, and we want to create master. We want to do all of these things. And I only say start simple and focus on one thing at a time. And for those of you who are already my academy members, you know our focus is to just complete the course. Complete the course, and then we're going to dive into the marketing, right? I share marketing strategy, but we're going to dive into it. So my academy members have until the end of this month to have that course complete. And that's all I'm asking them to do, to have it up in the platform. That's all we're going to talk about and celebrate on the 31st is that we've got our course up in a platform. Keep it simple and keep it focused. Number 2 is that you can leverage existing content. So many of us want to start new. No, we ain't got time for that. Start with what you already have. Most of you have awesome content already. You've either written a book. That's your course. Just turn the book into a course. A lot of you are writing articles. Some of you, your job is this. And you just want to teach other people what you have learned. You already have the content. So don't start from scratch. Start with what you already know. Some of you already have podcast episodes. You can use those as bonuses. Some of you have YouTube videos like myself. You can use those as bonus content or additional resources. So leverage what you already have. Number 3 is engaging your audience. Even if the course is not complete, you want to go ahead and get in the habit of showing up on social, sending out emails to your list. So if you have an email list, if you have an email list of at least 50 people, you should at least be sending them an email every week. Even if it's a, hey y'all, here's a little motivation quote. It doesn't have to be a long email. But you should be engaging with the people who've already raised their hand to say, yes, I like you. I want more from you. And it could be, like I said, as simple as a motivational quote. You should also be engaging with people who are already on your social media platform. Don't be just lurking. Like people's comments. Like what they're posting. Leave comments. Engage with people. And then you also want to be promoting effectively. Now, number 4 does come with more experience and more confidence. Because even if you're sharing free content, you should at least be promoting that free content. Just like I created an event for this YouTube Live or Facebook Live, I created an event. I share the event. I send out emails to my list to this for this event. I promote. Because if I can it becomes a memory muscle. Is that what it's called? That I just know that I should promote this. Before I go live, I take a picture of myself and I share it in my stories. Like that is muscle memory. That's the word I want to use. Muscle memory for me to be better at promoting effortlessly. If I can get the words out. So it's just, and again, I don't want y'all to feel like I'm coming down on you. I just want to be real with you that if you really want to build let's say part-time business, it does take a little bit of work and a little bit of effort, but it doesn't take a whole lot. Just simply saying on Wednesdays, I'm going to promote my YouTube video. On Wednesday, I'm going to promote my freebie. On Wednesdays, I'm going to promote the article I wrote on my blog. Like, just choose a day. And it doesn't have to be complicated. It really doesn't. We just got to commit to it. Again, real talk to you. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, but yeah, that's how I'm feeling